Okay, so up next we have Sprinto. Sprinto does compliance. Who has had a compliance nightmare? Do you want to describe it in 5 words or less?
SOC choose stuff,
Classic. Okay, so we have Yash with Sprinto. And before we get started, I know everybody grows to a point where they need to be compliant. But for all of the new founders in this room who are building their own products, at what point do you think people should start putting compliance at the very top of their list?
Okay. I think it's very critical now that as soon as you start building and have your first POC done with any of the companies, then compliance becomes a mandatory step for you when you're moving towards your, let's say, any kind of paid partnership or paid collaboration with the people, with your customers. So your first customer itself would be asking you if you are compliant. So compliant, it's easier to do and much less debt you collect if you start it from the very get-go when you're building the company.
Okay, that makes sense. So think about compliance first. And let's give it up for Yash. Welcome Yash to the stage.
Folks, just give me 1 second. Yeah, perfect. I hope you're good. All right. Let me get started. But before I just wrap up my slides, there is just one quick favor which I need to ask from all of you. So I have an issue. When I see a lot of these exciting people around me, I tend to get excited myself and I would rush through the presentation very fast and I would speak the sentences too fast. So if I am doing that, can you help me slow down? Can you help me give me a cue that, hey, Yash, you are rushing too fast? The cue is fairly simple. The cue is just breathe in and breathe out, and let me hear that, and I'll be good. Can we try it once? Can we try it? Breathe in. Just one more time. It's your breath. Breathe in. Perfect. So when Yash speaks, that's exactly what you need to do, and then we'll be good. It's Monday evening for all of you. You need to be awake as well, and I'll be rushing. Hopefully not. All right. So my name is Yash. As I've said multiple times out here, when this particular question I asked to people, right, that do we love security compliances? Then what do I get in return is a lot of eye rolls, and people just block me on LinkedIn. They just stop talking to me. They are like, hey, Yash, we are startup founders. We don't want to take care of compliances. We have to take care of our investors, our PMF, our GTM strategies. We have to take care of our next funding rounds. We don't want to focus upon understanding the legalities of compliance in front of you. And this particular pain point is something which intrigued my interest of building something for startups. So me, Yash, and my friend Balu, we both come from a company, Sprinto. I take care of the product at Sprinto, Balu take care of the growth at Sprinto. And for the last 5 quarters, what we have been doing is that we have been trying to solve the pain point of startup founders for compliances. Can we make it simple for them? Can we make it like really easy and hopefully make them love compliance in this entire process? When we try to identify that what exactly is the pain point people are trying to feel in this particular domain, then what we realize is that people said that, hey, it's a lot of manual setup. And if like a majority of you, I saw that haven't done compliances today. How it is done today is that you'll be assigned a compliance consultant or an expert who will sit with you, try to understand your entire tech stack, will throw across a lot of legal jargons in front of you, and will try to set this entire procedure for you. It will take you good 7 to 8 weeks to just set it up, then constantly monitoring it for like a long hours, and then finally you'll reach at a space where you'll be auditing the entire process. So what we want to do essentially is that can we create something which I'll just talk about this. Can we create something which is AI powered? Can we help startup founders to reduce like the time to set it up? And can we reduce the cost to implement the entire compliance process? Why we want to do this? Because this entire industry is becoming much difficult, right? With all the generative AI coming into the picture, there are 10x amount of more risk that people are about to face. There are more shadow IT. we all have worked into these organizations where we would just install these software. I would have like a couple of these software which I would just try it out in my previous company laptops without letting my IT manager or CISO know that these are the softwares I'm using across. And this is something which brings you, your organization, at the risk of compliance. And always the GRC becomes an afterthought. So we try to envision that the evolution of security compliances till now has been more like a manual car, which was done through spreadsheets. Then it became something like a assisted driving, which is where all the automation tools come across, where they will connect with all your systems and try to create you compliance ready. And then what needs to be there is something like a Waymo roaming around out there, which is, can we create compliance agentic? Can we create compliance system more smart so that you don't have to do this entire setup? It can help you reduce costs and it can help you implement. But why Sprinto? What is our right to win at the market? Well, we have been there for 5 years. We have served around 3,500 customers over 80 plus countries. We have done over 10,000 audits in the span of time. And we have around 150 auditors with whom we collaborate on a regular basis. And we have one of the largest in-house compliance expert team which is helping across with this. So we have seen this entire evolution of industry for a very, very long time. With this, Sprinto is launching this product just dedicated for startups. That's what me and Balu have been working upon, which is Sprinto X, which is how can we rethink this entire space with agentic AI. What we have done essentially is that Sprinto's product and architecture already existed. We had a place where there was a Sprinto data layer where all the different entities and the data was being stored. On top of the product architecture, we are trying to introduce a Sprinto AI engine. What this AI engine does is that it is a fine-tuned system which is talking to the Sprinto product architecture, all the capabilities which Sprinto product has today. But then building on top of it are different so compliance-specific agents, such as something which will help you with onboarding, which we'll demo right now in like around 45 seconds. Something which can help you integrate a system up, something which can help solve all these fixes, what the gaps in your compliance is, something which can prepare you for your audits, and a lot of other small GRC services which is required when you're maintaining and monitoring your compliances. So with this, let me just demo you and show you. And let me also give you a heads up that something what we are going to see right now is would take around 2 to 3 weeks of a startup's time to set it up without something like a Sprinto agent. So here we go. Yeah. It's a basic sign up right now. Let me just rush through this. Wow, that was fast. I didn't want to rush that fast. Sorry. But while we are at this, we can always use this. Just coming back right here. Perfect. So I've created an organization within Sprinto X. Now what essentially my agent is trying to do is that it is trying to understand my tech stack from all the publicly available information from my email addresses. It is trying to give a good guess that what my tech stack is going to be, what possible, what cloud providers I'm trying to use. And one second, it doesn't work. It always skips. Who knew? Even the videos will get these issues. Yeah. I just want to show you something super cool. So yeah, perfect. So what it's trying to do out there is that just based upon my email address, it's trying to understand that what industry do I come from, because the SOC 2 compliance depends upon which industry you're building for. It helps you, it tries to guess upon that what infrastructure you're building upon, what is your email provider, code repository, data storage locations, and so on and so forth. And if you approve these information, so of course it asks for that, are these information correct, or do you want to make any changes to that? If you approve these information, then what it does is that it goes and crafts these personalized policies for you. So something which would require you to manually build and draft these policies, the agent will go, create these policies, customize this for your organization, and here you'll see that it is built for Sprinto out there in this particular demo. And then you can just review these policies up, or you can proceed forward, because these policies are designed with all the auditors and the compliance expert in Sprinto's network. It will again go ahead and determine that what is the risk score for all your entire tech stack. Again, something which you would have to do manually, going system by system, risk by risk, understanding it. And then finally, it will also go across, understand all the different tools, which it has guessed across. You can always add more tools and proceed forward. At the end, it is taking you to a stage where it is giving you a letter of engagement. It is not compliant ready yet, but in around 1.5 minutes something, it has brought you to around 40% audit readiness. So this entire setup would typically take you a couple of weeks to do it, and this is what the entire Sprinto agent is able to bring you in less than 5 minutes. So designed for startup, if you're building into AI, if you're building AI, then that is probably a tool which you should be using to save your time, save your energy, be compliant, adhere to these particular processes. So best-in-class compliance, best-in-class product, and best-in-class offer now. So what we are doing is that for the festive offers, and it's a launch offer right now. So if you're looking for compliance, let's say anytime in 6 months from now, we are offering around 66% off, depending upon your tech architecture and your team size and stuff. But if you work upon this, happy to have you on board. So we have some time. Any questions you would like to ask?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Plenty of questions. Great.
So just a quick question on what kind of domains are you targeting? If you think about healthcare, for example, the compliance completely alters when you compare it to some kind of a B2B domain or any other social media or marketing. So is this ready to kind of tackle the challenges and help healthcare companies get into that compliant mode?
Perfect. So typically healthcare companies usually require SOC 2, of course, but then HIPAA as a compliance framework as well. This particular product right now takes care of SOC 2, GDPR, ISO 27001. HIPAA is something which we'll be launching in the coming quarter. So, but we'll get there. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hey, thanks, buddy. Yeah. We will get HIPAA the next quarter. Okay. All right, cool.
That's cool. Who else?
There's a free trial for that.
For this?
Yeah.
Yeah, just scan it across.
Okay, it's just 66 off, but there's a free trial.
This entire setup, till you feel confident about the product, it won't even ask you to pay. So only till the setup,
got it.
and when you say that, hey, I feel confident about the product, now just get me audited, that's where you'll have to pay. So.
All right, thank you.
Sorry?
How much does it cost when you have to
so
pay?
cost varies typically from, let's say, the size of your company and the tech stack which you're using across. Typically, you can expect the cost of compliance without this particular offer to be around 12 to 20,000 in that particular range, but it then reduces us to, of course, a significant discount. Yeah.
Does that include the cost of the audit?
Between 12 to 15,000, the cost of audit is included. So, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
How does it work for the auditing process? I asked because I've dealt with SOC 2 compliance before. And you need to do pen testing, and there's SOC 2 Type 1 and SOC 2 Type 2 audits.
Yeah.
There's a 3-month period. How does that process work?
Lovely. Perfect. Perfect. So what the platform does for the founders essentially is that it will help you set your compliance posture and be audit ready. Then Sprinto has this network of auditors connected, especially dedicated for startup, which are able to cater to the speed of startups. So what we'll do is that we'll connect to these auditors. Of course, you're free to choose your own auditor as well if you wish to. But our team will become the interface between you and the auditor as well. So you won't have to reply back to, let's say, all the auditing questions as well. They will review, our team will review all the setup which you have done, because they have done over 10,000 audits in the last 5 years. So they have a decent idea that what usually auditors ask a question as. Based upon those particular analysis, they will have these interactions with the auditor. If there are any doubts, they will convey it to you and then help you get audit ready as well. Getting audited as well. For pen testing and VAPT, we have a network of partners which we help you to get connected with, through which you can get the VAPT done. So, for the VAPT one? Okay. Oh, absolutely. So think of it in this way, that the entire compliance process has different segments. One is setting the system. The third is, the second is reviewing this entire setup. Then the third is actually talking to auditor and starting an observation period. And the fourth is getting a certification. The majority amount of effort is usually spent upon setting this entire system up and ensuring that you're in compliance with whatever framework you're looking for. SOC 2, ISO, GDPR, and so on. That part is something what the system takes care of. Reviewing the entire posture is something what our team take care of. Then it is just talking to the auditor and being in the observation period. Observation period is automatic because you are connected to all your tech stack. So if there is any gap which is coming across, it will just send across a notification to you maybe that, hey, this particular configuration need to be updated. So you won't have to be on top of it every time. The system is proactively taking care of that. So yeah.
Hi. Do you also have automatic monitoring of cloud providers like AWS, the infrastructure?
I'm sorry.
I'm asking about automatic monitoring of cloud infrastructure, like for example, AWS, the whole setup.
Yes.
Also, like security policies on the employees' laptops as well.
Absolutely. So Sprinto is by default, Sprinto provides out of the box integration with over 400 different tools and services. All the major cloud providers which you'll have, we do provide that particular integration. If at all there is a tool, let's say, which, because every new day, every new Gen AI tool comes across, so we are prepared for that as well, that if there is a tool which we do not have out of the box integration, what we have done is that we have built an integration agent itself. So what integration agent does is that it will go scan across that tool for you, understand that based upon that tool, this is the security posture which you'll require. Create these rules within Sprinto. All you have to do is that just, the system practically tells you that these are the evidences, as what we call in compliances, for which you have to submit for that tool. So it eases out the entire process as well. For your answer, for your question, of course, we support the integration with AWS and all the other major cloud providers as well. So yeah.
Thanks.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So that is time. And I hope that you all took a picture of that QR code. There's free credits.
Yeah. Thank you.